Hello my students, how are you? Today we'll solve our questions from our Master book about Unit 12. Multiple choice questions. Question number 1. Choose the correct answer. The measure of the central angle that represents the opposite colored sector is. We have 3 parts colored here, okay? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 over 10. We can convert from fraction 3 over 10 here to central to find the central angle about this sector. Multiplication by 360. Okay, 360 divided by 10 equal 36. We can cancel 0 by 0. 3 times 36 equal what? 3 times 6 equal 18. Write 8 and carry up 1. 3 times 3 equal 9 plus 1 equal 10. The result will be 180 degree. We must choose letter C about question number 1. Number 2, the following table shows the fraction of the favorite colors. Some children, okay, color red half, blue was space, and green 3 over 10. What is the fraction that represents the red and blue colors together? He asked about what? Blue and red. Look at this question. First, we must find the fraction about blue. To find the fraction about blue, we must add half to 3 over 10 and subtract the result from 1. Because the whole one here, it's the total. It reverts to 100% or whole one. Okay, so we must find this color, the number of students about favorite colored blue. It will be what? 1 subtract the total. 1 over 2 plus 3 over 10. 1 subtract by 1 over 2 plus 3 over 10. We must find the least common multiplication between two denominator here was 10. 2 times 5 equal 10. 1 times 5 equal 5. And we have 3 over 10. 1 subtract by the total about them. 5 plus 3 equal 8. So the result will be 2 over 10. 2 over 10 is represent about or 1 over 5. We can simplify it by divided by 2. The present about blue. How many students like blue? The number of students of the total. If you want to find the number, multiplication 1 over 5 multiplied by the total. But in this example, he asked about fraction only. So we must write in the table here 1 over 5. Write 1 over 5 here, okay? And you must find the sum between how many students. Here is a fraction about students. Favorite red and blue. He asked about red and blue. Okay, red and blue. We must add them. How many students like red? The fraction about students was half. And blue, the fraction about blue was 1 over 5. We get it here, 1 over 5. Okay, understood? So we can find the result by least common multiplication between 2 and 5. It will be 10. The least common multiplication between them 10. Write 10 here. And 2 times 5 equal 10. 1 times 5 equal 5. 2 times 5 equal 10. 2 times 1 equal 2. The result will be 7 over 10. So the result about question number 2 is very important, okay? Will be 7 over 10 because he asked about what? Together. Together it's meaning 8 the fraction about red and blue. Red 1 over 2 and blue we get it here 1 over 5. 1 over 2 plus 1 over 5, the result will be 7 over 10. We must choose the letter D. Question number 3. The opposite figure is represents the fraction of the sports activities for the pupils at a school. Their number is 960 pupils. First, the fraction of the pupils participated in handball. Handball here was space. To find the fraction about handball, we must add all fraction and subtract the result from 1. Okay, 3 over 10 plus 2 over 5 plus 1 over 5. The result will be what? Ask yourself about least common multiplication to find the result. The least common multiplication about this example, we can write here 1 subtracted by the total. The total number here 3 over 10 and 2 over 5 and 1 over 5. We can write 1 here and write the least common multiplication between 10, because 10 can divide by 5 and itself. 3 over 10 right here, and 2 over 5 multiplication by 2. 2 times 2 equal 4, and 2 times 5 is equal 10, and 1 times 2 equal 2. The result will be 1. Subtract by the total 3 plus 4, 7 plus 2 equal 9. 1, we must convert it by the numerator, 10 over 10. Subtract 9 over 10. The result will be 1 over 10. Okay, the result here 1 over 10. We must choose letter E about this question. So the fraction of the pupils that participate in handball equal what? 1 over 10. Second question. The number of pupils who participate football activity is pupils. We have the total number 960. Look at here, 960. And he asked about number of pupils. About what? About football. Football we have 2 over 5. So we must find the result about multiplication about 2 over 5 and the total number here 960. Here, look at here, 960 is the number of pupils in a school. So we can find the result by simplest. 2 over 5 multiply 960. 5 divided by 5 equal 1. 9 divided by 5 equal 1, and the remainder 4. 46 divided by 5 equal 9, and the remainder 1. 10 divided by 5 equal 2. The result 192 times 2. 2 times 192. 2 times 2 equal 4. 2 times 9 equal 18. 8 and the carry of 1. 1 times 1 equal 2 plus 1 times 2 equal 2 plus 1 equal 3. The result will be 384. Understood? Okay. I will solve it again to be clear with you. Okay, my students? I will solve it again here. Look at with me about this example. Here, I will solve it here again. Okay. We have the ratio about football 2 over 5. 2 over 5 multiplies the total 960. 5 divided by 5 equal 1. 9 divided by 5 equal 1, and the remainder 4. 1 and the remainder 4 here. 46 divided by 5 equal 9, and the remainder 1. 10 divided by 5 equal 2. So 182 multiplication by 2. 2 times 2 equal 4. 2 times 9 equal 18. 8 and the carry of 1. 1 times 2 equal 2 plus 1 equal 3. The result will be 384. We must choose letter B about this example. Question number 4. The following table shows a number that studies hours that Tamer did in a week. Okay, it's the hour about studied about for Tamer. He asked about the decimal of English. English here was 9. 9 from the total 36. To find the fraction, we must divide 9 by 36. 9 divided by 36 equal what? 9 divided 36, we can simplify it by divided by 9 numerator and numerator. 9 divided by 9 equal 1, and 36 divided by 9 equal 4. He asked about decimal number. To convert it from fraction to decimal number, you must multiplication by 25 numerator and numerator. Multiply by 25 here. The result will be 25 over 100. It will be 25 hundredths. So we must choose letter B here. The measure of central angle of circular sector that represent 1 over 8 of a circle in space. 1 over 8 multiplies the total 360. 100. 1 over 8 here. Multiply 360. It will be 45. Why? Because 36 divided by 4 equal 4, and the remainder 4. 40 divided by 8 equal 5. So the result will be 45 degree. 45 degree about question number 5 here, like here. Letter B. Okay. Question number 6. Question number 6. Look at with me here. it's clear for you. Okay. A librarian made an inventory of a book in his library, and their types. He found the following: fourths of the books are religious, and fourths of the books are literary, and half of books are scientific. If the total book is or was 800, then the number of scientific books here, how many fraction? The fraction was half. So we must find the half of 800. Half of 800 equal 400. We must choose the letter C. Question number 7. The opposite figure represents the decimal of sport activities for pupils in class. In a class of school, their number is 40 pupils. Then the number of pupils who participated in basketball, where basketball, it will be 0.3. We must multiplication 0.3 by the total number here, 40. 0.3, it's meaning 3 over 10. 3 over 10 multiplied by 40, we can cancel 0 by 0, and then multiplication the number. 0.3 multiplied by 40, it will be 3 over 10 multiplied by 40, cancel 0 by 0, and 3 times 4 equal 12. The result will be 12. We must choose letter B about this example. Letter B, okay. Question number 8. The opposite pie chart to choose the result of survey that was carried out to find out how students travel to school. Answer the following questions. First, what is the most common method of travel here? The common method of travel here, walk. Okay, walk. We must choose letter A. Second, what is the fraction that represents the number of students traveling to school on foot related to the whole number? He asked about the fraction of the number of students traveling to school foot. Foot here, foot. To walk, half. Half about the circular here, half. Half about students walk to school by foot on foot. Third, if the number of the students travel to school, taxi is 10. Taxi is 10, okay? How many students took part in the survey? How many students took part in the survey? Okay, we have here 10 like taxi. 10 multiply the total 10 of the total equal what? 10 of the total was taxi, like taxi. Like he asked about what? The number of students traveling to school by taxi was 10. How many students took part in survey? So in this example, we can find the ratio. Ratio about here. Look at here, taxi was what? 1 over 8. If you divided this part to 8 parts here, colored 1, 2, 3, 4, the taxi here refers to it's about circle. It's of students was 10 because it was the fraction about students, like using taxi. Each of students was 10. He asked about the students here. We can find the total by multiplication 10 by 8 or divided 10 by 1 over 8. So the number of students like taxi was 10, but the total number will be 8 multiplied by 10. It will be 80 students. Understood about the example? The result will be 80. I will explain it again. Okay, 80, it was the total students. Why? Because the students like taxi here 1 over 8 about of the circle. Each of the circle like taxi. Each of the circle. Why? It's because the circle here, if we complete, look at with me, if you complete this circle about line segment here and here. This part, it refers 1 over 8, 1 from 8 part. 1 over 8 of the total equal 10. 1 over 8 of the total equal 10. So the total students here will be 80. Okay. So the result here will be 80. In the opposite figure, the measure of the central angle of the colored circular sector equal space. He asked about colored hair. Look at here about this example. We have 100 and 130. You must eat them, and the result subtract from 360, because the cumulative angle which in a circle equals 360. The cumulative angle in a circle, the measure of it equals 360. So this part, we can find the circular angle by subtract by 360. 360 subtract by 100 plus 130 will be 360 subtract 230. We can find the difference will be 130 degree. So the result will be letter C about this example. Question number 10. The following table shows the fractions of chicken production for 3 farms during October. We asked about third here, fourth, half, here will be fourth. So we must choose letter C, because the part here will be fourth. Fourth plus half equal 3 over 4 plus fourth equal 1. So we must choose letter C about this question. Represent data by chart letter C. Okay, my students, understood? Now we finished all questions about the book. You must study hard, and next time I will review our questions with you. Okay, goodbye my students.